The Waterworks Board meeting for Wednesday, December 11th, 2024 at 6:37 p.m. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Mr. Troxel, would you please take roll call?
Yes, Madam President. Councilwoman Robin Arvanitis.
Here.
Councilman Kevin Conley.
Present.
Councilman Caleb Johnson.
Present.
Councilman Thomas Schmidt.
Here.
Let the record show Councilman Rob Getzloff is not here. Attorney David Austin.
Present.
Fire Chief Robert Patterson.
Here.
Deputy Fire Chief David Meyer.
Here.
Deputy Police Chief Steve McNamara. Park Superintendent John Novicic.
Here.
Assistant Park Superintendent Irene Morales. Here. IT Robbie Hansen.
Here.
Nice Engineering Neil Simstead.
Here.
Public Works Director Chad Nondorf.
Here.
Director of Operations Andy Hansen.
Here.
Town Manager Jim Gorman.
Here.
Recording Secretary Robin Teal. And Clerk Treasurer Michael Troxel here.
Thank you. The Waterworks Board consists of myself, Robin Arvanitis, Kevin Conley, and Rob Getzloff, who is absent. The first item on the agenda are the minutes of the November 13th, 2024 public meeting.
So moved.
And I would second. Motion carries. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 2-0. Next on the agenda, we have claims. Mr. Troxel, are there any additional claims?
No additional claims, Madam President.
Motion to approve claims.
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Claims are approved 2-0. Next on the agenda, we have reports. Are there any staff reports regarding the Waterworks Board?
No staff reports.
Are there any council reports regarding the Waterworks Board?
No.
Madam President,
Yes.
Mr. Nondorf, are they completed on the Iris water project?
Yeah, the water main's all in, it's been tested and passed any of the required testing by IDEM. Restoration was done, not perfectly, but it'll survive the winter. We've created a punch list for next spring to make sure that everything that's still out there gets addressed to finish off the project. And there was some money withheld, retainage money from the contractor, so to ensure that the rest of the work gets done.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There is no old business and there is no new business. Is there any business from the floor regarding the Waterworks Board? Any business from the floor? Seeing and hearing none, this meeting is adjourned.
Call to order the Redevelopment Commission meeting for Wednesday, December 11th, 2024. The time is 6:40 p.m. The Redevelopment Commission is comprised of the entire Town Council and Nicole Kelly, our advisor from the Lake Central School Board. Minutes of the November 13th, 2024 public meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 4-0. Claims, any additional claims?
No additional claims, Mr. President.
So move on claims.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 4-0. Any reports from staff on redevelopment?
No reports.
Thank you. Any reports from council members?
None.
Okay. We don't have any old business. We have one item under new business. Consider acknowledgement of the 2025 Redevelopment Commission spending plan submitted to the Department of Local Government Finance. Mr. Troxel.
Yes, Mr. President. This past year, legislation changed where it required redevelopment commissions to produce a spending plan for the next year. In this case, it would be 2025. So the spending plan that you see before you was created and was reviewed by redevelopment commission members and also then submitted before the due date, which was December 1st. This went out in November 26th, I believe it was submitted and uploaded to the gateway system for the state of Indiana. So we met that requirement, and this is what a proposed spending plan would be for 2025.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 4-0. That is the only item under new business. At this point, we'll take business from the floor. Any business from the floor? Hearing none, this meeting is adjourned.
I'd like to call to order the Utility Board meeting for Wednesday, December 11th, 2024 at 6:42 PM. The roll call remains the same as the previous meeting. First on the agenda are the minutes of the November 13th, 2024 public meeting.
So move.
Second?
A motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Minutes are approved 4-0. Next on the agenda, we have claims. Mr. Troxler, are there any additional claims?
No additional claims, Madam President.
So move on claims.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Claims are approved 4-0. Are there any reports from the staff regarding the Utility Board?
No reports.
Are there any council reports regarding the Utility Board?
No.
Nope.
There is no old business, there is no new business. Is there any business from the floor regarding the Utility Board? Any business from the floor? Seeing and hearing none, this meeting is adjourned.
Good evening. I'd like to call the Town Council meeting for Wednesday, December 11th at approximately 6:43 PM. The roll call for the Town Council stays the same as the Utility Board with the full council. First item on the agenda is the minutes of the November 13th public meeting.
So moved?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 4-0. Claims, any additional claims for the Town Council, Mr. Trox?
No additional claims, Mr. President.
Motion to approve.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 4-0. Reports. We'll start to the left here. Mr. Robbie Hanson, any IT reports? No, sir. Fire Chief Bob Patterson.
Yes, I'd like to just report for the month of November, the fire department responded to 307 EMS-related calls, 49 fire-related calls, for a total of 356 calls for the month of November. Also, I'd just like to thank the council and also Andy for all his help with us with the purchase of a new Polaris that the order was placed today. So thank you, everyone, very much. This is going to be a well-needed and well-used piece of equipment. So thank you.
Chief, how many fire-related calls?
Fire-related were 49.
49.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Assistant Chief Dave Meyer.
Nothing to report.
Deputy Chief Steve McElmeyer.
Nothing to report.
Park Superintendent John Novosich.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Park Department received the award from the National Softball Association for Werman Park. It's for appreciation for our support and dedication for the softball tournaments. We've been hosting the National World Series for the last few years, so they recognized us with the National Park Appreciation Award. So kudos to the staff for all their hard work, during their tournaments. And again, Chad, thanks for all your year of service out there building the complex.
Thank you. Assistant Superintendent Irene.
Nothing to report.
Our Town Engineer Neil Semstead.
No reports, Mr. President.
Chad Namdar from Public Works.
Nothing to report.
Director of Operations Annie Hanson. Town Manager Jim Gorman.
No reports, Mr. President.
Thank you. Any reports from council members?
No, sir.
Should we get a report from Pat? He's here.
Mr. Reardon, did you have any, you said you didn't have any reports? No new reports since last meeting? Thank you. I do have one thing I wanted to bring up. Recently, our very own Park Superintendent, John Novosich, was the recipient of the 2023 Indiana Parks and Recreation Association, IPRA, Indiana Parks and Recreation Outstanding Professional of the Year. John was nominated by fellow superintendents throughout the state and received the award on November 7th in French Lick, Indiana at the annual IPRA conference. John started with Schererville on May 1st, 1989. His hard work and dedication can be seen throughout the more than 250 acres of land, 28 parks, 20 playgrounds, a community center, a skate park, a splash pad, more than 11 miles of paved trails, events, and activities that he oversees. Please join me in congratulating John on receiving this well-deserved award.
I'll pass the hat around. No. To the town council and fellow department heads, and of course my staff, just thanks for all your support through the years. It's really, and the park board, of course, I thanked them last week. But when you get an award like this, it's really a reflection of all the support that you get from everyone within the town. And I said it before, I think that really makes Schererville a unique place to work at. Everyone really cooperates, and I just really kind of honored and humbled. I really wasn't expecting the award, and everyone keeps asking me, you know, did you get any money with that? And it's like, no. But thanks again for all your support through the years.
Congrats, John.
Congratulations, John. And by the way, Mike and I have already decided we will go back to French Lick to see it again next year if you want us to, okay?
It'll be in Fort Wayne.
Okay. Thank you. At this time, I'll take public comments regarding agenda items. Is there any public comments regarding agenda items? No public comments. We'll move right into old business. There is no old business, and we'll move right into new business. First item is, item A is Resolution 2024-16, is a resolution transferring funds to the Rainy Day Fund. Mr. Troxel?
Yes, thank you, Council President. Yeah, this resolution here is, we've done this last couple of years here, and we established in 2016 a rainy day fund, and this fund can be utilized for any unencumbered and unused funds that we have can be put into this fund to be used at the discretion of the town council for an emergency, for example. So I'm recommending to the council this evening that $400,000 to be transferred into this rainy day fund, into that fund.
Thank you, Mr. Troxel. Any comments?
No. Motion to approve ordinance 2024-16.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 4-0. Thank you.
all.
Nice work.
Thank you.
Item B is the award bid for the 2025 mowing season. Mr. Nandar from Public Works?
Yes. Publication was made for the 2025 mowing contract. Bids were received. Bids were opened last Friday on December 6th. This was for 2 zones. Item C on the agenda is a renewal of the contract, which will be up next. So only 2 zones were bid out this year. We received 2 price quotes. The lowest and most responsive bidder for zones 1 and 2 was Harrison's Lawn and Landscape. Price came in at $58,032, which total contract with all 4 zones resulted in a $1,352 increase from the 2024 contract to this 2025 contract if approved.
Thank you, Mr. Nandar. Was any, I do have one question.
Yes.
With the increase, did we increase any more areas to mow, or that's just the increase?
It was just a, I would call it a year-to-year increase. The company that had it last year bid $20,000 higher on this contract. So I think we got some value here.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Motion to approve?
Second?
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 4-0. Item C is consider acceptance of extensions of mowing of the large parks in Zone 3 for 2025 with the R&R Yard Designs. Mr. Nandor?
Yes, so R&R Yard Design elected to renew their 2024 contract into the 2025 season. Total price was $121,030 for 26 cuts.
And that's just zone number 3?
That is
And
zone...
large parks.
Yeah, large parks in zone number 3, correct.
Okay, thank you.
Motion to approve?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 4-0. Thank you. Item D is consider acceptance of the extension of the concrete disposal for 2025 with Dyer Construction. Mr. Nandor.
This is another contract extension. 2024 pricing will be the same in 2025, which is $50 a load. Public Works took 97 loads of concrete that we pulled out in 2024 for a little bit over, close to $5,000. So Dyer Construction was gladly wanted to renew that contract if possible.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Motion to approve?
Second?
We have a motion, we have a second. Any discussion?
No.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 4-0. Thank you. Item E is consider the release of a 2-year maintenance bond and issue a certificate of release for the Canyon Creek Plan Unit Development Phase 1. Mr. Gorman?
Thank you, Mr. President. This is the release of the 2-year maintenance bond for Canyon Creek Phase 1. Our engineering firm, Nice Engineering, along with Public Works, did all the inspections, and everything fell into line. So it's appropriate to release that bond.
Thank you.
Motion to approve?
I have a question. Oh, go ahead. Do it under discussion.
We have a motion,
A second.
we have a second. Any discussion? Mr. Johnson?
Yes, please. So when we go out and do our inspections, Mr. Neese or town staff or whoever, when we go out and do inspections and we are looking into whether to release a maintenance bond like this, are we looking into whether or not the homes that are built are having any difficulties with storm drainage, basement issues, things that might be an issue in this area where we had high water tables and they had to, adjust? Some properties didn't get basements that were anticipated having basements because of the high water tables and things. Are we looking at those issues?
We do that while we're finalizing the site plan. So they send in a site plan for that lot, it gets approved, and then they send in an as-built, and in the as-built is when we would check it, and our inspector would say, hey, there's a grading issue here for sure. On the inside, no. I mean, the inspector does their inspections, but if there's any water problems, we will know about it, we'll inspect it, and report back to the homeowner. But all the outside grading work is done as soon as the house, when they want occupancy. So that's all approved then.
And I appreciate that. What I worry about is when the next house next door or the next house behind them gets built and they end up changing the grading and they end up changing this or that to try and fit the house into there. Do we go back and try and figure out how's the subdivision working at the end? When everything's all done and built and now we've got whatever, 75% build in there or 100% build, and we're ready to release this maintenance bond, are we looking at, is everything done right and draining and not backing up into people's basements?
It's kind of two different things. So the maintenance bond is basically the roads, the sewers, sanitary, water, everything's in place. Hydrants are set back a certain amount, and that's done throughout the project. The maintenance bond gets released once the 2 years is up, after it's been built, the infrastructure is built. But each lot has their own individual plat that when everything's said and done, the grass is in or it's about to be put in, the surveyor that the development hires, they go out like a DVG or a Turinga, they reshoot everything, which is called an as-built. It comes back to the planning and building department. hey, we want occupancy, here's our as-built, we check the as-built. So each lot, the grading is all separate. So by somebody putting in another house, they're not going to affect the grading on the house next to it, if that answers your question.
Yeah, separate issues.
Separate
Maintenance bond
issues.
is for the infrastructure.
Exactly right.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any further comments, questions? We have a motion and we have a second on the floor. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 4-0. Item F is consider acceptance of the 2025 fire services agreement between St. John Township and the town of Schererville. And Kathy LaRue, our township trustee, is here. Welcome, Kathy.
Hi there. Yeah, so before you, it's that time of year again to renew the fire agreement for 2025. So the agreement you have before you is exactly the same as last year, with the exception, there was a 3% increase in the dollar amount. So we have a fire levy that all of these funds are paid from. So whatever DLGF approves, that's as far as I can go. So that's why it's a little bit of an increase, but it's all that I'm able to do. So I'm here for any questions. I appreciate the partnership. I think it works really well. I think Chief Patterson could speak to that as well. I think there's mutual aid between like Lake Hills as well as with Schererville and vice versa. So.
Yes, the cooperation's always been great, and we appreciate everything that you guys do on the township level also.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Kathy.
Is there any other questions for Kathy?
No?
No? And while I'm here, as we're talking about fire, I just want to thank Chief Patterson and the IAFF local, 4279, for coordinating that food drive this past weekend. We always look forward to that. It really helps stock the food pantry, and they do an amazing job. They did again, and so they not only collected food but a large monetary donation. So I want to thank Chief and like I said, the fire department and the local and then Schererville PD and the FOP Lodge 170 came out and supported as well. So I thank all of them and everybody that helped with that.
Thank you. And I know Colin's here to speak on behalf of that later on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Colin did a really nice flyer and we kind of worked together on that too. So, all right, thank you.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you.
Motion to approve
Merry
Second.
Christmas.
Second.
2025 Fire Services Agreement between St. John Township and Town of Schererville.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 4-0. Thank you. Item G is consider acceptance of donations of $1,867.81. Mr. Troxel, would you be willing to read those donations?
Be my pleasure, thank you. These donations were accepted through the month of November. They totaled, as it was mentioned, $1,867.81. To the donation fund, which is the Willow Fund, Alan A. Van Houten donated $50. The Fund for Animal Control, we have quite a few. All of these are in-kind donations. We received an anonymous milk, bones, and toys for a value of $20. Rebecca DeLay donated some cat litter and canned dog food. In-kind donation, $85. Virginia Wos, cat litter and cat food, that value was $75. Jeff Nanfeld also donated cat litter and canned dog food for a value of $58. Jill Rosinski, a dog toy and dog waste bags with a value of $30. And anonymously, we received dog food and accessories for a value of $120. Fred Sassy donated a dog and cat food, milk bones, and cat litter. That value was $112. Alan A. Van Houten donated Scarva Manor Haunted House fundraiser, paper towels, litter, dog food toys, litter box, bowls, collars, leashes, dish laundry soap. That value, in-kind value, was $756.50. And we also received another anonymous donation for dog and cat treats with a value of $130. Donations, in-kind donations to the animal control totaled $1,386.50. To the police fund, Hot Works donated 1 dozen bottles of waters and pens for a value of $15. Miss Diane Zerwasek donated 3.53 pounds of tin of Jacobson butter cookies, value of $25.40. The Safety Village donated 8 bags of snack-size Hershey bars, value of $103.92. And the Crossroads Animal Hospital donated an annual exam for Hawk with an in-kind value of $159. Anonymously, the police department received 1 pound tray of butter cookies and 3 containers of fresh fruit. That value was $27.99. Total police donations in kind were $331.31. To the fire department equipment fund, the town of Schererville Fire Department / Children Learning Zone received a donation of $100 to the fire equipment fund. Recap, total in-kind donations, $1,717.81. Total monetary, $150. Again, the grand total of $1,867.81.
I believe Hawk just retired, didn't he?
Motion to approve?
Thank you, Mr. Troxel.
You're welcome.
Motion to approve?
I'll second, but I have a question. Mr. McNamara, did anyone else see any of those butter cookies? Oh, okay. I withdraw my question.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 4-0. At this time, I'll take business from the floor. Is there any business from the floor? Please step up and name and address.
Hello, my name is Colin Zakovic, 605 213th Place, Dyer, Indiana. I'm a full-time firefighter, paramedic for here in Schererville, and also secretary of the Schererville Firefighters Union, Local 4279. I got a quick just statement here. I want to make a quick statement thanking the town council, citizens of Schererville, the various businesses here in Schererville, and anyone who donated this past Saturday to our food drive we had at the Strax parking lot. If anyone's unaware, all these donations went to the St. John Township Community Food Bank. This past Monday, we were actually able to completely fill the garage/storage area and also donate a total of $1,500 in combined cash and gift cards to grocery stores, Aldi and Strax. If you ask anyone in our union and department, it is a privilege to serve the citizens of Schererville. We take pride and honor in serving our citizens when you guys dialed 911. We are also blessed by our citizens when we have called upon them, especially to help out with donations to this food drive. Really, we could not have done it without everybody, citizens, whether they lived in Schererville or they just saw our fire trucks out there and decided to donate as they passed by. Once again, thank you to everyone who donated. The town, IT especially for posting on Facebook, various digital boards that we saw up around town. Also, I saw that there was the flyer in our in the town flyer as well. Thank you for doing that. You know, you guys don't have to. Like, we always take it as an honor that you guys do that, especially getting the word out. This is for those who are less fortunate, especially around this time. Last thing, Station 1 is a collection spot for the Werner's Christmas Land Toy Drive. If you don't know what that is, they're collecting Werner's Wonderland, which is right outside of our call district, off of Clark Road and 92nd, I believe. He has a huge huge Christmas Wonderland set up. I would drive by, it actually looks really cool. But he also collects toys for the Greater Northwest Indiana Boys and Girls Club. We're accepting, Station 1 is the location spot for it. We're taking any new unwrapped toys, and we're collecting them until December 20th. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice work.
Thank you very much. Nice work. Is there any other business from the floor? Any other business from the floor? I can speak for the council. I wish everyone happy holidays. Our next meeting will be at the last week of the month on, I believe, the third.
December 30th. At
Yes.
what time? 6?
And that meeting will be at 6 o'clock on the 30th. Thank you and have a nice.
5 o'clock. 5 o'clock.
I'm sorry, what?
December 30th at 5 o'clock.
Oh, at 5 o'clock on December 30th. Okay. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you.